Good morning. Good morning, fellow humans. And that's spelled what? No, it's spelled Huemonds. Colorful nuts. And I think that's a way to look at it, not to take ourselves too seriously. Right. Today is Thursday, September 5th. Boy, this month is going fast. Thursday, September 5th. I remember when it was September 4th. This is really going fast. It's September 5th, 2024. It's about 6 o'clock in the morning and it's getting darker outside. So it used to be the podcast would start when it was light outside. Now it's dark. Good morning, Mr. Bojangles. Good morning, Watabevi. Good morning, people. So two of the three persons of the third triumvirate have arrived. Let's see if Matt gets on, Atticus Bone, Atticus gets on here. How do you spell bow? Like that? Yes, Beaux. But you have to put the jangles on it, the little bells. Not silver bells. What a world of merriment their melody foretells. Okay, so our theme of today is AOMA, baby. AOMA, AOMA, all out massive action. Darren Hardy, we're going to talk about that. Okay, Atticus Von Atticus has arrived. He has arrived with Cayenne Begin as they talk in Mississippi versus Georgia. Okay, so greetings once again, fellow humans. Let's see, today is a big day. This is the pastor's breakfast at the Lutheran Church. I have to leave around 7:30, 40, about 7:40-ish, maybe closer to 7:45. It starts at 8, but it seems like everybody's eating at 8. So, whatever. We'll leave here around then, but I got to get on the peloton. A lot of action out here. LOL, LOL. Hi, Matt. Morning, Matt. I'm going to go to Montana sometime next year. All right. Okay, today, so what are we doing here? This is Department of Career Services, where our goal is to help our students and interested people on their journey through this life that which incorporates a transcendent soul. We are in the journey to a destination. The destination is where we end up upon death, because death is not the end, it's the destination. And how we do on our journey has an impact on the destination. Or let's say it this way: the quality of the destination is a function of the journey. Quality of destination equals function of the journey. Let's say you play out the journey. Bad cards, bad life, really tough, really up. You stay true to the principles, get to the destination. You could decide, hey, baby, I want la vida loca. I don't really focus on the destination. I focus on the journey. Okay, so that's going to be tough. That will be tough. The journey is important. If you're going to Disneyland, if that's the destination, and you have to drive there, say from Las Vegas, you don't get to the destination unless you do the journey first. The key thing about the journey is to keep focused on the destination, not to say, well, maybe we can make a pit stop here and we can do this, and we're going to Disneyland anyway. And so what happens is you focus more on the journey than the destination. And when you get to the destination, you're not fully prepared for it. Okay, so Maticus von Atticus, are you coming to Pahrump next week? Because Bo may need to save a room for you. Okay, now, what do we have? So our theme of today is AOMA. Right, yeah, what is that? All out massive action. What does that mean? Okay, we'll come to that a little bit later. But for now, let's get some things in our worksheet. Advice from an 80-year-old. Begin each day with some of your favorite music. Right. That's a very important thing to do. Yesterday it was own a good stereo system. We have 3 red letter things on our worksheet today. One is from the Daily Stoic. It's about persistence, perseverance. Very good one. Whatever your definition of success is, you had to put in a lot to get there. Things that we do that are unseen, or things that we get rewarded for that are seen, are the result of the things we did that were unseen. Persistence. Seth Godin, empathy at a distance. We're going to talk about that. That's red letter. And Darren Hardy, the 5 stages of achievement. Which are you in? Okay, so that's where AOMA comes in. All out massive action. Put everything into it. Don't worry about the outcome. It's the thing about the college class where students could do, their grade was based, they got to choose how they wanted to be graded. Turn in 1 piece of pottery, and your grade will be based upon the quality of that 1 piece, or your grade will be determined based upon the quantity of pieces that you do. Not the quality, just the quantity of pieces that you do. But it has to be a complete piece. You can't just take a piece of clay and say, okay, there's one, there's another. It had to be a finished thing. And so then, but the question really was, what was really testing is, who creates the better piece of porcelain? The people who focus on doing one great one, or the people who are focused on doing as many as they can? And it turned out it was the people who had massive all-out action. They made as many pieces as they possibly could. They refined their craft. They got to be really efficient at doing it. And once they became as efficient as they could, or on that process of becoming as efficient as they could, they added a little flourishes to it. Maybe made it a little bit thinner. Maybe putting some squiggles in there. Focused on shape. So it turned out that the ones who had all-out massive action did better than those that were saying, no, I'm just going to focus on one perfect piece. That works with pottery, works with painting. Doesn't really work with sculpture. But I think there's a lot to that. Okay, so that's Darren Hardy. And the Daily Stoic, Seth's blog. Let's look at that. Empathy at a distance. It's almost as difficult as empathy up close. That person that's not like you, from way over there, the one that's on the other team. It's hard to imagine what they're dealing with. They don't believe what you believe. They haven't experienced what you've experienced. And the person right next to you, the one you're sure you know so well, they are also dealing with a story and a situation that you can only guess at. Empathy is really difficult. It's generally worth it, because empathy is the key to connection, trust, and community. And what else do we know about connection? Connection is the opposite of what? Who can answer that question? Connection is the opposite of what? Connection is the opposite of what? Addiction, right. Whatabevy, ding, ding, ding. What do we have for her, Johnny? According to Johann Hari, the sobriety is not the opposite of addiction. Connection is the opposite of addiction. People who are addicted, that have problems with addiction, isolate. Right. Okay. Maticus von Atticus got it as well. So what Mr. Bojangles was saying is true, but it's not the inside truth of people who know about Johann Hari. I don't feel a lot of empathy. Well, yeah, nor do I. But you can kind of fake it. Obviously, I haven't been to that lesson. Whatabevy, smile with sunglasses on. Okay, we're at 10, 11 minutes in. Let's see what else is on our hit parade. Hit parade. Dr. Livinggood, yes. Okay, so that's now poor sleep. So a short video on poor sleep. Of course, we have Andrew Huberman's thing on how to NSDR, non-sleep deep rest technique. Arthur Brooks' happiness. Barbara Oakley on procrastination. Today's TED Talk, this is week 4, day 4 in our what we call leadership, but it's really power. Power is getting other people to do what you want. This is day 4, Ignatius of Loyola. History of the first Jesuit. So this is from the Jesuit perspective. Yesterday it was the olive, little cartoon animation from Fairfield University. Today it is a biography, a video biography about Loyola Ignatius. And what we can get from that is that we can say, if he could do all that, I could do something. I just have to do what he did. Just have to use the techniques that he did, which are the things we talk about here. Let's see. Empathy can be developed, and fake it till you make it. Yes, that is Cuddy. No, not Amy. Yeah, Amy Cuddy. Right, another Harvard person. That has been the #1 TED Talk. I haven't looked at it recently. Agreed. Yoga Nidra. I don't know what that means. Prayer and desperation. All righty then. Okay. Dell computer. You're either a Dell customer or you need to be a Dell customer. Okay. Yoga Nidra is in it. Oh, okay, cool. All right, people. So what's everyone doing today? What are you doing today, Maticus von Atticus? Is Matt still there? What are you doing today? Mr. Bojangles, DMV. Okay, that should take a little while. I have a packed schedule and excited. Are you doing your training today? You're onboarding. So whenever I say onboarding, I say that. Going to the LDS church. Okay, don't tell Dave Schmeck about that. Or Pastor Tony. Buddhism recovery meeting. BRM. Career counseling. Haha. Okay, cool, good. I'm going to be going to Vegas today at some point, like around noon. I have the pastor's breakfast at the Lutheran Church today at 8. As I said, key thing is keeping the helots productive. See what's happening with the women. etc. etc. Okay. So, okay, people, we're 15 minutes in. That looks like a good time to stop. Looks like we've got a lot of activity out here today. Go out, make something happen. 3 things: love God with all your heart, mind, and soul. Love one another as Jesus loved us. Make disciples of all people. And thinking about it today, before the word, the name, the word, the sound, the vibrations through the air of the word Jesus or God should come out, I think the idea would be to get people to believe, or to hope to believe, that this is not all there is, and really drill down on that. Because if people believe this is it, we're atoms in the void, there is no place for Jesus, right? There is no place for Jesus. So the thing would be to basic, first principles would be to get people to focus on the birth, death, and resurrection of Jesus. But before that, David Phillips' booster rocket is to get that, to believe or to hope that this is not all there is, that we're not just born, stuff happens, and we suffer and then die. And if that's what it's all about, we might as well make the most of it, because that's it. No, I think we want to get people to think this is not all there is, and really ponder that, and don't say anything about what happens after. Let's get the argument to, is this all there is? And really get people to kind of believe, no, this isn't all there is. And then once they can grasp that this is not all there is, then it's, well, what comes next? Aha! And if you believe in the birth, death, and resurrection of Jesus, especially the resurrection part, if you can believe in that, now you're on the path. Okay, so we're going to say cut because it's 17 minutes, and say and cut, and cut.